to yet another episode of Heart and Soul. It's a show where we dive into love, life, and laughter. And today, kama kawaida, we have an amazing couple here on set with us. And before we dive into their love story, make sure you follow us on our social media platforms, KBC Channel 1, and also Palevo Heart and Soul. If you want us to share your story, kindly feel free to reach us out. It's your host, Rachel Gitao, aka Pika Narrage. Aha! Tumerudi tena. We have told you we have an amazing couple on set. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you the Muigais. Karibuni hapa KBC.
Thank you so much.
You've been here before?
Not yet.
Not yet.
This is the first time.
Oh, it's the first time. But you've been on TV before?
Yeah, we've been on TV before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karibuni sana.
Asante.
And we are so happy to have you here. Yeah, so we just want to hear your love story. We want to dive into it. But before we do that, you can introduce yourself.
My name is Irene Muigai. I'm born again. I'm a mother of 3, 2 girls and 1 boy. I am a psychologist by profession, a nutritionist by profession, and I'm very passionate about marriage. That's why I do marriage therapy by the grace of God. I'm also a businesswoman, and yeah, we are grateful that we are here.
Yes.
Thank you so much. My name is Steve Muigai Kim. I'm known as Pastor Steve Muigai. Many call me as Rev Steve, and I'm married to Irene. Irene has been my wife now for the last 14, now heading to 15 years.
Oh, wow.
We've been together, and we thank God, and also celebrating over 20 years of friendship, because we met while we were in campus, and the love grew until now. It is still growing, and we thank God.
Amazing.
Yes.
Now we dive into that love that grew. How did you two meet?
We met at campus while we were still students. And I tend to think we were pretty young because we were in our early 20s when I was in my second year and she was her first year at Egerton University, Joro. We became friends. We served together in Christian Union, and by the grace of God, the love God planted in us, love for one another, and this one continued even years after we left. And back in the year 2011, we got married. Yes. Yes.
Now, how did your love story begin?
Let me hear her side of the story.
Okay.
I'll be glad also to listen to that side of the story.
Well, he says that he saw me swimming in campus the first time.
That's what he says.
Yeah, that's what he says. He spotted me, but there were courses we used to share together. And he also says that he could see me. You know, I'm tall. I'll definitely be noticed in a room, you know. Tall, slender by that time. So we took some courses. Then after my first year, during my first year, I joined that Ebenezer group. So I was a dancer. Still I am.
Oh, wow. You are?
Yes.
Tupigia dance moja safi hapa.
So nilikuwa kwa dancing kwa hiyo Ebenezer group, na yeye alikuwa kwa acting. So by then I just saw a guy. You know, there's nothing that ever clicked, and then we became friends. Tulikuwa tunawaita dad. The chair of the group. Tulikuwa tunamuita dad. Secretary alikuwa anaitwa mom. So he happened to be the dad of the year that was ahead of us. So after they left office, we took in, I happened to be the mom.
Oh, and now him the dad.
Yes, the outgoing dad, the incoming mom. Yes. So it was a family kind of thing, and we grew to be very good friends, but hakuna any feelings, like it's not even crossing your mind, the love thing.
Yes.
I even knew the girlfriend then.
Oh.
I had a girlfriend.
You had a girlfriend. And you had a boyfriend?
No, I didn't have.
Lakini alikuwa nakatiwa, anakuja ananiambia.
Na anakuambia na uko na dem.
Mimi niko na wangu.
Okay.
Ananiomba mawaidha.
Anacheck. Kwa advice. Namwambia huyu amenifanyia hivi, anataka hivi na hivi. I think I was very naive in campus. So it grew until when I was in that year. And he asked me to be the girlfriend. And so I was like, okay. like it was a shocker. Si ile ati mtu anajifanyanga. He was nowhere. So nikamwambia, let me give me time to pray. Then after 2 weeks, it flew. Yes.
Basi, ulikuwa na demu. Tulimwachia wapi?
Because we were just true, genuine friends. I introduced her to the girlfriend. That this is my girlfriend. They could talk. But niliachwa.
Aliachwa vibaya sana.
So vile niliachwa nikakaa hivyo sasa. But of course now our friendship continued.
Yes.
We continued as friends. And the point that I noted her, kurudi pale mwanzo, is that point where they were dancing now in the Christian Union, in that team. And I still remember the song that she was dancing. Ile inaitangwa My Redeemer Lives. My Redeemer Lives. And I remember how they were doing it. Very nice. And I think that one ministered to me. Yeah, I felt
and now
so
the girl
good.
started ministering in your heart.
Imagine. And so our friendship continued until now, that time when she was in 3rd year and in 4th year. Now we became serious about our relationship. I asked her to be my girlfriend. Sasa hizo nilikuwa nimeshaachwa kitambo. Na sasa nikapona. Unajua kuna zile mtu nilikuwa sasa healed. So and we became good friends. The good thing is that our friendship continued even after all those challenges. And we could share so much even about our background. Of course, we come from some different backgrounds, so we could share a lot. Yes.
Your first date. Tell us about your first date, Irene.
What?
Siniambie ni restaurant ya kampo.
Hata restaurant hata ingekuwa afadhali. We actually went to, ilikuwa inaitwa Botanical Garden. There's a place kulikuwa kunaitwa Botanical Garden in campus.
Yes.
So that's why this guy took me, imagine.
It is very romantic place to take someone.
And trees. Alikuwa amebuy 2 snacks hivi. So that's where he took me. So we went and sat at a tree. Kwa nyasi tu. Na tu jeans twetu tu na tu sport shoes. And what I loved about him was the fear of God. Like, so date pia ilikuwa ya Christian boy. Analeta lines na the word.
Na word. Piga moja.
Napiga mstari.
Analeta word.
And the Lord said,
I know the Lord will bless us. We are going to intercede. You know, it was just amazing in our simple way. And that's where we started, in Botanical Garden. Tuka kwa sasa tumeconfirm, tukaombea our relationship. And then he had written a letter. Sijui kama nakumbukaga. Kwa full scarf. Making a commitment. Ameomba huko katikati about purity. And it was so amazing. And so we prayed and all that. So that was my first date.
Which year was this and for how long did you date?
This was in 2006. 2006. We dated up to 2011.
So we really took some time hustle trying to find a grounding.
6 years.
You did your wedding in 2011.
In 2011. In July.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we have a proposal, Irene? Alikuproposia?
Yes.
Take us through the proposal.
Another one. So ilikuwa hii time ya kupeleka boys home and the friends to go and tell mom we have friends, nini. So when we went, I happened to come from Mount Kenya. From our place, actually, you can walk to the mountain.
You can walk to Mount Kenya.
You can walk to Mount Kenya. Yes. So when we went home, we were welcomed, we ate, and then it was time to walk around and show them home. Waende wakaview Mount Kenya. So tumetembea tu kwa barabara, kwa manyasi tena jamaa amependa manyasi.
Nimejua Botanical
manyasi. Kwa barabara tu kwa manyasi.
Mamiti hivi.
Tumekaa tu, so we are like ati tuna view Mount Kenya and then one of our friends is taking a photo. So I didn't realize walikuwa wamepanga. So si wote tumeface Mount Kenya and then ninasikia watu wote wamedisappear and then I'm left alone. And then the guy was on his knees. He had really practiced.
And that was 2011.
Yes.
And he proposed.
Yeah. How was that day for you?
Very awesome. I felt so good. I had always looked forward to that. Now making that commitment and seriously telling her, I really truly want you to become my wife.
And now that mlikuwa home kwao, when you were doing the proposal, did mom get to know at home now? Did you tell anyone?
We had also invited her friends and also my boys to go. So only that team got to know what really happened when we went out. Yeah.
And of course, after proposal, kuna kuwaga na that process of ratio.
Yeah.
When did it happen?
Now for us,
actually the proposal was when the process have started. Because unaona tulishaenda home.
Introduction.
Yeah, tumeambia mom kuna huyu na huyu hivi. Then we see we had already started the process juu sasa ni the second time sasa tunapeleka our friends.
Ni ile inaitangwa the gate. You know the time of the
easy introduction.
This was the introduction, but now after that, the other kupeleka wazazi, those ones followed later. But of course, during our time, we had our own unique challenge because I was working away. By then I was working at Kisumu and she was here in Nairobi and we are going all the way to Nyeri and even this planning for our wedding, because we did a wedding, all this planning were happening, like I could come and then travel back to Kisumu. By then I was working in the banking sector, so I could travel overnight, come, we do some committee meeting, trying to look for some people to help us and fundraise. For those months, it was a bit hectic for us.
So Irene, at this point, you're planning your wedding, right?
Yes.
And he's traveling. Did you at some point feel like he's letting you do things all by yourself?
It wasn't really a bother because I understood why he was doing that. Yes.
Maybe you can just give us a glimpse of your ratio. Was it what you really wanted, expected?
Well, I can say yes and no. I had a unique challenge. By that time, my parents were separated and there was a lot of drama around it. And you know the way our tradition, the Kikuyus, like if your mom had not rashied the dowry, the daughter can't, you're supposed to take it to the shosho's place and a lot of traditions happening. And there were a lot of conflicts. So even when you ask me whether I told mom about the proposal, for me, it was like, I'm just crossing my fingers for this day to run. Like kusikue na drama, wakuja, wakule, waende. Yeah, because I remember actually on the very day
of the ratio?
No, the introduction, when now he's bringing the boys and our friends to know home, I had really to beg with mom to come back home because she had already left and she's staying at Shosho's place.
Okay.
So like mom just came in that day, like the previous night, to just appear and cover up. So you can imagine what was going through my mind.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like a roller coaster. I was just praying for every event to just pass and I thank God for that and wait for the other one. So I can say it was good. I didn't really have a lot of expectations. For me, yani
ikuze
ikiendanga tu like Mungu afikishe tu hapo nione imefika.
And now if I may ask, and now how was it now? Because now you said mom and dad, they had separated. Like, did they ever have to meet face to face? Like, just create a picture for us.
Let me help.
Yes, help us.
Let me help.
Help
Try
us.
to explain.
Yes.
Okay. One, as I said, we come from totally different backgrounds.
Definitely.
In their case, it is polygamous. Mine is I've known dad and mom, a Christian, wonderful Christian family. And so that one is already a big difference.
Yes.
And then we go to I come from a place where dad is the one actually in the church, helping us, leading us to go to church. Every time we get to go home, even today, even as adults today, he's there reading for us the word of God. When we go to the other side, it was different, where the dad could fight, could chase our mom away, you know, such. So I'm coming in at a time when they actually dad and mom wamekosana and they are not there. Although hakuwa ananiambia zote kabisa. So I go to search, but I tend to think later on we came to realize maybe because of old age, because our dad was also old, we came to realize probably he was also not mentally very stable. Because surprisingly, he never attended our wedding.
We are coming to that. He never showed up for
He
your
never showed
wedding?
up for a wedding.
Never.
Yeah. So
like
Yes, like that.
the dream that a girl has.
Yeah.
My dad is going to walk me down the
never
aisle.
dawned
Yeah.
on me.
You didn't have that.
yeah, we didn't have that.
Eh.
Yeah. And the last weekend we had visited home. You know, you buy the suit,
And he was okay.
you
Yeah,
buy the pair of
everything.
shoe,
And he had
kofia,
given what he
kamkwajo, and everything.
Aka Godfather
And
was
so,
used to
yeah,
that.
I had bought him everything.
And he promised.
He promised
Actually,
to
when
be
I
there.
was being done the bridal thing,
Uh-huh.
you know, I could call and then umefika wapi? You know, the girl thing.
Mm-hmm.
Though our relationship has never been good, I thought for once, I'll conclude my girlhood at least with this one. He never showed up.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll be right back after this break. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are watching Heart and Soul. We're here with the Muigais, guys. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, guys? I am so angry on behalf of Irene because the dad did not attend their wedding. What? Dad had already confirmed that he's coming for the wedding.
Yes.
The day before?
A weekend before.
A weekend before.
Yes, yes.
Had you talked through the week?
Oh, yeah.
And?
Not even through the week,
Yes.
the very day.
The wedding day.
Yes, the
Na
16th of July 2011.
Na akasema, I am coming,
In
my
the morning,
daughter.
I'm on the way. So I'm waiting.
Yeah.
And the bridal thing is being done. And time is running.
Yes.
I can see mom is around, everybody else, but dad is not yet. So nauliza mom, kwani dad ako wapi? And then he's saying, walikuwa wanatumia gari fulani na auntie mwingine, now the sister, ni kama wamepotea. Because nilikuwa natolewa kwa my aunt, one of my dad's sister, hapa Nairobi. So I waited, but it never came. So the drama is unfolding, but it's not hitting me because it can't be.
Yes.
It can't be.
It can't be that he's not coming.
It can't be. And we've talked on phone. And I remember wakati tulifika Roy bypass, I called him again. Na akaniambia tuko kwa njia. Yes. So we went up to where we were doing our wedding at Curry Ground. Iko hapo Thika. And we are waiting. So the music starts. Everything is set. And then the music starts for the bridal. And I'm like, Mom, dad ako wapi? Kwani hawajafika?
Dad bado yuko.
And I remember telling my mom, wacha tugoje, song iplay, wafike. Because my mom is now managing me. And she's telling me, he's almost. So I'm like, see, then we just play the song. We can repeat it. Like, I will not take a step.
Ako yamefika.
Ako yamefika.
You wanted to honor your dad.
I wanted to honor him.
Yeah.
We had never had a good relationship like a father and a daughter. So many things had happened in my life. But this time I was like, I just want to give him this chance. I have forgiven him. I just want to mend our relationship. I want to build a goodbye, which is well and peaceful. But wapi? So the music starts. Nilikuwa naigia na wimbo ya Chibalonza, Ebeneza. Ime start like stanza moja lakini I'm not moving. So kuna commotion. Mom is telling me to the. I'm like,
Siendi.
wacha afike. Siendi. So do you know what happened eventually?
What happened?
My uncle had to be pulled. Okay, dad, because it's the brother now to my father. And he was unwell. I remember he was limping, he was unwell, but he had sacrificed to come for my wedding because he really loved me. Do you know, he came with the iyo mkogoja kulimp.
Yeah, mkwanjo.
He limped and took me to the aisle with my mom.
Oh, God bless him.
And when I'm walking, I'm like, who is that? I'm feeling like, afadhali hata afike nikiwa katikati, anifikishe pale mbele. It never happened.
Pasi, what happened in between? that morning and dad not coming to the wedding?
Now sisi hatukujua because we even didn't talk about it that day. So later on ndio tulikuja kujua that he didn't come. He didn't even leave home. When others were saying they are coming, for him he said, I'm going for another meeting. Ya kijiji. Of course I had to really encourage Irene because it was indeed very painful and especially for her. So later on ndio tulikuja kujua that dad was becoming sick, dementia. So he said that morning, he said he is attending another important meeting, so he is not coming. So hata hao wengine when they try to tell him no, we have, it is Irene's wedding day, he said no, I have another meeting. So later on maybe after 1 or 2 years ndio ikakuwa now serious that he became sick, dementia, and he forgot everything to a point we stayed for over 5 years. Now every time we could visit home hakuwa anatujua. Yeah, so that is how I used to now to encourage her. Hata hiyo siku hakujua. It was not like very intentional, I want to imagine. Si ati aliamua tu I will not attend the wedding. He was getting sick because later on he had some mental issue, but people didn't know. You know, dementia is not a well-known disease. So that is basically what happened. Yeah.
So Irene, now you've walked down the aisle with your uncle.
Yes.
You're about to say these vows. What is going on in your mind?
At that time, I can't, you know, when you're so short, you're in a space where you don't define anything. Like you're just moving. Uko tu kwa utopia tu, like you can't even, you don't know whether you're sad, whether you're mad, whether you're scared. I can't define my moment that time. I was literally flowing. But it hit me, Dad has not showed up. He fed me all along, and now this one again.
She has mentioned they didn't have a very good relationship. You know, the way you'd say a father and a daughter. You know, for whatever reason, you know, one, because of his values, he's not that present person that would come at mnapiga story as a father and daughter and all that.
So when I finished campus, I was trying now to make that relationship, because, you know, I grew like a bitter person. By the time I'm meeting Steve, I'm now outpouring my bitterness because I have found someone who loves me, someone who can give me an ear, which I didn't have. So he started now telling me the importance of forgiveness, and the bitterness is eating me up because I could have ulcers, sometimes just low moments in campus and all that. So I was really hiding in Christian Union, you know, like preoccupying myself with Christian things so that I don't really think about home. So when I finished campus, I would try my best and buy him something. Like I would give him a shirt, and he never wore any of them. Yes, he would. I think there was some spiritual aspect also when I look at it. Kando na kuwa na dementia, before even he was sick, you know, when he's healthy and all that, there was something amiss.
Such characters.
Yeah, they are there. So nigempelekea anasema kola ni kubwa, sijui imefanya nini, iyo anapeana. So the next time I try now to get another one, he says sijui aga imemfinya, he will not put it on. So when I did that time and he dismissed, I remember I went to my grandma, my maternal grandma, sasa mama ya mom. And I asked her for advice because I was really trying to mend my relationship with Dad. I was not understanding why he's putting me off. You know, it's very confusing to a child. When you have these parents who separate the children, kuna favorite, kuna yenye si favorite, it's very dangerous. So I always felt like I need to do something to please him. I need to buy my ticket to love for him to love me.
You are working hard,
very hard
to be a daughter.
Yes, I really worked hard, my dear. Like I really worked hard. And working hard in school, performance, like not for me.
For him.
For him. and it's a very draining lifestyle. So Shosho told me, now what you do, you just give him money. My standard was, if I give him money, he'll go and drink. When he go and drink, he'll come and rough mom up. So I'm like, if I give him money, it's like I'm buying mom trouble. You see the confusion I had? So I'm trying to like give, but sasa ilifika kaniambia, just give him money. So when I would come, I give him like 1,000, immediately ataenda tu kukunywa. I didn't feel like I'm worth it because I've been told that all my life until I believed. I didn't have any expectations. There's a proposal, fine, ikuje. Kama hakuna ring sawa. Like, yeah, it was such a lie for me.
And did we have fun in that wedding, Pasi?
Oh, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
We really danced.
You know, there is also the issue of our temperament. I'm a fun person. We really danced. My temperament ni ile ya, it borders between sanguine and choleric. There in between. And we had made a lot of nice arrangements. We had invited even some team dancers to come and, you know, to come and perform in our wedding. And it was a garden wedding. It was a beautiful one. After that, we went for our honeymoon. I had made a special, it was a secret. So somehow, it was easy to forget some of those things that really happened. And so, yeah, we had a lot of fun. And throughout we entered into our marriage and we started the journey.
Yes.
Yeah, it has been a wonderful journey.
The previous couple that we had in the show, they were talking about separation and how the parents' separation affected their marriage the first few months. Is it the same case to you? Which are those trials and challenges that you faced through that period? Yeah.
Let Irene explain.
Irene explain. Tupatie.
It is not easy. Until you get into your own marriage and start doing yours, you realize how where you're coming from comes in with you unconsciously. So for me, I think I was on guard because it was very hard for me to try, despite the fact that you were born again and I knew that he loved me, somehow in my subconscious I was on guard. So every conflict for me was interpreted, time has come.
For me to go.
Time has come for me to leave because he's now repeating my dad's pattern. Yes.
Yeah.
And one day it was so bad that I literally packed to get off.
This was after how long in the marriage?
No, during our first year.
Actually, it was months because I was expecting. Yes.
You see, your background, if you're not careful, it is important to understand where you are coming from. And you are coming into a totally new setup so that you don't bring your baggage into this new marriage. And so for her, she knew when there is a difference, it is time for
the woman should pack.
The woman should pack and go because she had seen the mom leave. For her, she thought men are hostile and they can be physical and all that. For me, I've never seen my dad beat my mom. I've never seen my dad separate with mom. I've never even seen them quarrel. Can you imagine? All these years, I've never seen them quarrel. That one does not mean that they don't quarrel. Yeah, they hukosana, but we have never seen it. For them, they had witnessed
Even
mom,
beating.
you know that violence at home. And so she came with that mindset. And so kikosana tu kidogo, nani ameweka hii hapa nini nini.
And I get self-defense immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
I was on guard. Because I know I can't trust him. He's not to be trusted.
Yeah, because
he's about to throw me out.
He's a man, just like your dad.
Yes.
And he can throw you out.
Yes.
Because
and I happen to be the firstborn. My brothers after me. So I had not seen a model like ati bradangu ameweka wife ama nini. So the first man I'm encountering, this is who he is. So wale wengine wote wako hivi.
For how long did the challenges go?
It is a process. You know, marriage, you keep learning every day. and you never reach a point. Right now we are headed to our 15th year in marriage, but we'll never say that you have learned your person to the full.
Yes.
So every day you keep learning, and it is a process. And so I would say that it took some time, at least, to bring that transformation of mind. You know, ile inaambiwa in the Bible, the renewal of mind. Yeah, the renewal, the transformation that comes through the renewal of mind, that we can quarrel and still remain friends. So it took some time, maybe in our first, second, and third year thereabout, but it was not like in those extremes, because that is not who I am. So ni ile inamuhit, you mean we are not fighting? You mean we are not? You mean you are just okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when you got in marriage, were you aware and were you careful on how you're going to handle her? Ama ulikuja kujulia ndani that she must be carrying what has been happening in her life?
You see, our dating was quite long,
Yeah.
and so we could share a lot. So I knew what was happening, like in the places where they are coming from, and I could try to interpret by the help of God, because it was not actually even through premarital counseling or all that. I would say it is God Himself teaching me how to handle her and how to understand her. When I see her react in a particular way, I'm able to tell this could be the problem, not this one. Because there is a time actually we differed. Ile mbaya ile ya kuachana just because of a key holder. Was it a key holder? And she was packing her things and to go and to leave. And I'm wondering, yani key holder inafanya tunakosana mpaka now you are packing your things to go. And na mimi at that point I would say that being our first year in marriage, sikuwa nimemuelewa kabisa. So ni zile akisema nataka kwenda na mimi, hata mimi namwambia hata siende. So naona kumbe you guy, you mean you are serious, you have packed your things, you are going.
Yeah.
So namrudisha. I remember that day nikimwambia arudi, and by then she was heavily pregnant with our son, our firstborn. So later on ndio nikakuja kuona, and by and by we also became very intentional about learning, about gaining some wisdom and knowledge on matters to do with marriage. And that is where we discovered that even your background can really affect your current marriage.
Yeah. Now that you're a counselor, right? We have people who are going through the same exact thing that you went through. The parents have been separated. It's chaos. Complete chaos. I want you to talk to that girl, that boy, that woman, that man who is in the same situation yenye ulikuwa.
When mom and dad are fighting, they were adults. Mom had a chance to go back to their home. Dad had a chance to move on with his life. But as the children, we carried their wounds. And those wounds can really be carried for such a long time. The wounds are really deep, and this is what we call the childhood traumas. When you go your way and the other person goes their way, and the two had brought someone in this world, what is the fate of that child? These are the children who grow up and they have a lot of bitterness. They carry a lot of bitterness in their life, and you can never progress in bitterness because if no one walks them through the process of forgiveness first, self-acceptance that they were not the problem, because most kids, they take the blame and the shame. They try to think they are the problem. You see, I was buying my love to dad. I was trying to beg him to love me because I could not understand. Kube, they are having conflicts and they are quarreling with mom. So I want just to plead with the parents. Let's be very considerate. Let's really think about the children. And sometimes your life could be at stake. I can't tell you to stick there, but it needs to be a very well thought process on how these kids will have someone to walk with them, explain to them what is happening, someone just to help them walk the journey, because the burden is too much for a child to process. And so when they don't process the pain, it becomes a wound. It becomes a wound when they grow up. And these are now the wounds you see when someone gets into their marriage. They want to now unravel the wounds and bleed on that the spouse. They bleed on the spouse. Some even encourage to bleed even on their parents, on their children, sorry. So it's a very critical thing. the society need to really be called out. If you're separating, if you have to go through divorce because situations are different, let's get a well-thought process. Let's have people talk to the kids and walk with them through the journey to process and unravel what is happening, so that we don't have wounded people who will in turn wound others in their marriages, and the cycle continues. Yeah.
And were you finally able to break the pattern?
Yes. I have stood with confidence and by prayer and God's grace to tell God that this ends with me. And so I'm very intentional as a mom to help my kids process things. It may not be because we are quarreling with the dad and there's a conflict or something big, but even the small things that affects them, I help them to process, because I don't want it to be carried along. Because when the kids shelve and you're not there to listen and help your kids process what they are going through, like for example, when they are teenagers, a lot of challenges. When you leave them, you don't know whether they were bullied, whether they were body shamed, and you're not giving them space for expression. They will hide it, they will cover it up. And then when it's bottled up, kuna mahali italipuka. In their marriages, in their relationships, you know hata watoto campus wanauana because a relationship have gone sour. They don't have the emotional resilience to stand it and to know, it's well, I don't have to continue with this relationship. I can heal, I can process this and move on. They don't have the capacity to process. So I am determined to bring it to an end. And I know that the Lord will help me.
Wow, that's quite deep. That's deep. Well, hey, you're only deep, by the way. It's deeper than I thought. From the depth. Now, I want us now to share good memories. The memories that you two have shared together now since you got married.
We have done many things together. Over 10 years ago, we left employment. Now we run our own things. We run our businesses together. Majorly, one of them is in real estate. We run this business together. We run our finances together. We by the grace of God, I would say, our children, to the best of our knowledge, they are happy that they have their dad and mom walking the journey together. And so I would say that God has been very faithful. He has helped us, even helping us to raise these 3 children by the grace of God. The other thing is that we also minister together at church. I'm a pastor at Living Waters Chapel, Kayole. And by the grace of God, we serve together. And so, sasa huyu ni pastor's wife. Kuna pastor hapa. And, serving the community and just telling them about the love of God. It is a wonderful thing.
Irene, some of the memories that you guys have created together.
Yes. The best memory that I'll carry forever is that God has given us a chance to bring 3 kids into this world. It's so amazing to just look at them and like, wow. It's through us, by the grace of God, that we have beings who can associate with us. They look up to us to model life, what it means, and to input godly character in them. We've touched many lives. We have been best couples for several people, around 7 couples. We've worked with very many hundreds of people, couples who are going through challenges, not because ours is perfect, but graced by God, we've helped them go through conflicts, walk with them through the journey. And we are also very passionate with the young people, like the teenagers. So I think those are memories we've created together. And above all, it's serving God together.
And so we tell people, go through those conflicts with a lot of grace. Be gracious to one another. Don't throw words that are going to hurt one another. Those are some of the lessons that God has taught us along the way.
And of course, there's some memories that you're forgetting. And I have them here. I have these memories with you.
Yes.
You have written a few books here.
Yes.
thriving in your youth.
Yeah.
We have money sense. Ini ya kuambia, kwanza tuambie hiyo ni
let me tell people about this one. This is thriving in your youth, and we believe even this is basically for the young people from teenage upward, and we tell people God is able to bless you even as a young person. So this book really helps the young people to live their purpose, identifying their purpose in life, their vision, packaging and getting even to know their identity as young people. Very wonderful book called Thriving in Your Youth.
In your youth.
Yes.
And we have Raising a Godly Generation.
Yes, this is about parenting. I call it parenting 411, parenting information.
Yes.
So about raising a godly generation, and it's about being intentional to instill godly values to your children. Like this is not a responsibility to be delegated to Sunday school teachers or to school teachers, but you as a parent, it is your responsibility, your primary responsibility about instilling godly values in your children. Yes.
We have Marriage Bliss.
Marriage Bliss. This is our ministry with my wife here, Irene. This is about basically talking to couples on how to enjoy their marriage and to find joy, to rise about conflict, to resolve conflict, on how to deal with finances together. Yeah, a very wonderful book for couples.
Money sense. We
Money
want
sense.
to know to make money.
Hii ni mambo ya pesa na tupate sense za pesa. Getting to understand on how we can grow and thrive even in our finances. And we share a lot of personal experiences, and God has helped us. And so there are those things that nuggets and wonderful lessons that we have shared on matters to do with investment, on matters to do with creating multiple sources of income, on matters to do with financial planning, budgeting, and all that. And also even to look at finances from godly value, godly lenses, because there is a very thin between desire to look for money and also love for money. Because love for money, it brings along evil things. And so when you look at finances from godly lenses, you even get to enjoy. So a very wonderful book. Yes.
Amazing. Now, maybe a question. Have you shared your story in length somewhere? Because it's a story I'll personally want to listen to again.
We are in our social media handles.
Yes.
She's Irene Steve, and I'm Steve Muigai Kim. The way after my books are written, Steve Muigai Kim.
Yes.
So in our social handles, we share a lot. People have been inspired. People call to us. People come to visit our office for help. Yeah.
Amazing. Here at this show, we usually have something that we call games of love. And I want to go into it. Who is more romantic without being reminded? Oh, huyu nilimuona kitambo sana. Kama 2011 ana propose. Huyu. Who spends more money and calls it investment? Him. You agree?
I'm an investor.
Who takes longer to reply to texts? Yeah. Who is always late but says I'm almost there?
Guilty as charged.
Who apologizes first after a fight?
Mbona nainua mikono?
Lest you forget, it's me. Who checks the other's phone just to confirm? Hey, Irene. So he's more likely to start an argument.
I think.
Who wins most arguments? The troublemaker.
You start and you have to win.
So who is more dramatic when they're sick? It's a big baby.
Coma, my friend. You just have to
Call
call the whole
ambulance.
community.
But you know why? It's because, but I don't have to explain.
Why are you explaining?
We were not explaining our answers.
Who is more likely to forget important dates?
Oh,
Our
double
peacemaker.
booking.
Who is more stubborn?
I don't know how. Stubborn gani? You'd have explained stubborn in
You
what?
see, you're not explaining. You see,
Ashaanza kuwa stubborn.
yeah, already she's becoming stubborn.
Who is more likely to ghost their friends?
Really?
Yes.
So, who is more likely to overshare with friends?
I think
That's gotta be you. Who is the stricter parent? No atandika vibaya sana.
Nyumba ipangwe. You must return things where they are supposed to be.
Who is more patient with his children? Oh, okay. And to the final one. If your love story was a movie, I want you to name it.
I would call it To the Moon and Back.
I think I would call it Resilience.
Kuzinyewe nyinyi.
What?
Anasema moon. Naona Resilience.
Yanyu na mmelamba glucose mkiendanga mbele. Yes, thank you so much for the guys for sharing your story. It's really a beautiful story. I'm so sure these people are going to follow you on your social media platforms. Guys, there's a lot of knowledge in these books. Yes. You have them. Tunazipata wapi?
Maybe they can order through our social media handle or our number if it's okay to give, or through Nuria Bookstore. They can order online in town.
Thank you so much, our viewers, for your love and for your support. Most of you have actually been asking us, ziko wapi episodes that's Heart and Soul on YouTube? Guys, we've been having a challenge with our YouTube channel, but we are coming back. We are starting to upload them very, very soon for you. So keep it there. Keep it there. Zinakam. We have a soul letter. Chatuisome. Someone wrote a letter to their loved one. Huyu ni David Mwangi Kibe. My dear Sharon Njeri Kibe, I knew you were special the day you laughed at my dry jokes, like they were actually funny. Hapo nilijua nimeomoka. Life with you has been a mix of hustle, pressure, and those random moments where we just sit and laugh at nothing. And somehow, that's everything. You stood by me when things are tight, when stress overwhelms me, and you have never given up. You challenge me, you calm me, and you remind me why I keep pushing. If life started again, I could have chosen you. Yes. So, forever yours, David Mwangi Kibe. If you want us to read your soul letter, make sure you share it with you, just like David Mwangi has done it. So, mnatumalizia na wimbo moja msafi sana. Umefikiria wimbo?
Wimbo.
Wimbo.
You're supposed to sing.
Yeah. Si niliwauliza mkafikiria ni jokes. This one a joke, by the way.
Whoa, awesome. That is awesome. I would, yeah.
It's awesome, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
let's
awesome.
do this, Pasi.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, let me worship.
Yes, worship.
Nashangazwa na rehema zako, Yesu asante kwa rehema. Nashangazwa na rehema zako, Yesu asante kwa rehema. Lord, I'm amazed by how you showed me mercy. Chineke mo, thank you for your mercy. Lord, I'm amazed by how you shown us mercy. Chineke mo, thank you for your mercy.